The challenge, Mr. Open House, is to improve yourself, enrich yourself, enjoy it. Captain Picard, Star Trek, The Next Generation. Greetings in the name of Odu and Otunumare, all that is good and great, all that is blessed and beautiful, all that is creative and conscious. Welcome, I am Adisa Olomaya Bankole to this week's episode of Sunday Soultry Spirit Speaks. Words and poems and original encouraging nuggets coming from my yet-to-be-published book, Voice from a Poetic Spirit, Jewels of Inspiration and Enlightenment. Now, you know this is a weekly series dealing with the positive vibrations that I'm trying to give to those of us who are traveling in this life's journeys and its ups and downs, to give a little joy and a little fulfillment, and at the same time to give some inspirational and artistic words for the soul. Now, this wonderful piece of music that you are hearing is called Iwo Jima Daydreaming by Bird Creek. Now, let me give this nugget to you, and once again, enjoy this little episode. And let me give this little nugget to you, because we're dealing in a time that, you know, we're finding ignorance is being held at a high standard. So I want to give this to those of you who believe knowledge is not worth it. And I call this no place or platform for arrogance and or ignorance. To the best of your ability, try not to give arrogance a place and ignorance a platform. To do so only diminishes your belief for humanity and denies you the possibility of hearing other voices and seeing other visions. Arrogance is incapable of hearing and seeing because it believes in its own self-worth at the occlusion of others, and ignorance is unable to hear or see because it's too busy allowing others to think and speak for them. Neither ignorance nor arrogance should seek the spotlight on the stage of humanity, for neither of them have the temperament to bring to the discussion what humanity truly needs. Again, this is for those of you who rail against education and things of that nature, you know, and for those of us who want to deal with a more humane society, we have to, you know, to the best of our abilities, we have to try not to give arrogance and a place in ignorance a platform. To do so, it only diminishes our belief for humanity and denies us the possibility of hearing other voices and seeing other visions. Because you see, arrogance is incapable of hearing and seeing because it believes in its own self-worth at the occlusion of others. And ignorant is unable to hear or see because it's too busy allowing others to think and speak for them. Neither ignorance or arrogance should speak the spotlight on the stage of humanity, for neither of them have the temperament to bring to the discussions what humanity truly needs. Yes. Now, this I call In the Pursuit of Ignorance. Because this is what we are seeing. In the pursuit of ignorance. Then, yesterday, history tells stories of ancient Kemet, the thirst of knowledge, of the great philosophers of Athens, the Europeans' engagement of enlightenment. These civilizations have grown from the times of infancy to relish in the pursuit of mind stimulation. Yet here in America, even from its beginning, scholarly pursuit was but a fantasy, and intellectuals were looked upon with disdain and irritation. Then, there, yesterday, flickers upon our eyelids. Remote sounds brush our ears. There are memories we should preserve. A time when knowledge was golden. Its weight was seen as a great fulfillment and joy. But now, here in America's fantasy, intellect and is being treated with great consternation to every girl and boy. Here today, ignorance has become the norm. Religious zealots have become the persuasion, while the shredding of knowledge is being torn. Yet yesteryears, we moved from the Neanderthal reality to develop our mind capacity so that we could see, we could dream, and pursue a vision, take hold of our own destiny. Yet now, here, today, knowledge welcomes us to grow, develop from the mere mindless creatures below us. Yet was it unrelenting pursuit of ignorance that today, here, now, our mental growth we mistrust? No, learning did not die, but the development of our curiosity, however, has come under assault. Like the weapons of death, we are killing the very essence of our human nature, becoming mindless machines, never to ask the question, why? Only become an empty vault? Only to listen to the chatters of religious fervor and not ask the questions we need? Not continue our quest and reach with our mind the essence of our intellectual seed? Here, now, today, our narratives rise upon shadows mist. Let us not pursue ignorance as the golden nugget of mental bliss. Instead, continue our journey through the thoughtless chatters of ignorant stimulation. We must not wallow in the waste of intellectual obstruction, but continue our sojourn to seek the vision, to hear the voice of the ancient mind bearers, and wrap ourselves in the power of scholarly fruition. And yes, rid this nation of their quest for ignorant people, the zealots and the eaters of knowledge. For education, the love of understanding, the thirst for enlightenment, the sound of inspiration, and continue the thrust forward for intellectual and creative nirvana. This must be what we as a people in this nation must do, and be true to what the ancients have always believed, that knowledge will set you free. And this above all will allow us to live joyfully. Once again, this is Adisa Olabayo Bankole with this week's Sunday's Soultry Spirit Speaks. I hope you've enjoyed this. And please visit me on my website, www.thepotentialartistin.you, or shoot me an email at adisa@thepotentialartistin.you, or check me out on my YouTube channel. But until next week, this is what I want you creative souls to do. Keep your creative feet planted on Earth's foundation while you let your spirit soar on the wings of inspiration. Madase.